This is PokéCenter with your hosts, Bane and Cindy the Cyndaquil. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Bane, and this is PokéCenter. Cindy could not join us today as she is in contract talks with the... Cindy could not join us tonight as she is in contract discussions with the network executives. I'm pretty sure she's trying to land a bigger dressing room than I have. Well, even though she's not here, show must go on. So welcome, one and all, to PokéCenter, your source for news for the Factory Draft League Season 4. Week 1 of the Season 4 Draft League just finished wrapping up a couple days ago. And we got some news, we got reviews, and we got a look ahead at next week. So, without further ado, let's check out the results of those great matches from Week 1. First up, you have the Mexican Mankeys defeating the Darkrise Chosen 0-2. Aussie A-Palms and the Legion of Houndoom ended their match 4-4, but Legion of Houndoom was awarded the win on that one. The Nebraska Ironheads had a devastating loss to the Serene Gray Shockwaves. That was a 0-5. Nerdy Nido Kings and Florida Freedom Fighters also finished with a tie at 2-2, but Nerdy Nido Kings were awarded the win. The New York Fire Dogs and Chickatimi Shurikens also finished with a tie at 3-3. New York Fire Dogs got the win on that, though. Colorado Lycanrocs lost to the Philadelphia Pincers 0-4. And the All-American Breedjecks lost to the Clearwater Magmars 0-2. New Slowpoke defeated Dirty Dittos in a thriller of a match, 6-5. And the Super Shuckles going up against the San Diego Super Charizards. They lost 0-1 in another great match. Now, let's take a look at your Snorlax standings. In first place, the Serene Gray Shockwaves with a +5 KO differential. In second place, the Philadelphia Pincers with a +4, and the Clearwater Magmars with a +2. The Mexican Mankeys round out your top 4 with all tied for third at a +2. Now sitting on the bubble, ready to make the playoffs, we have a new Slowpoke and the San Diego Super Charizards sitting in 5th place with +1s. Legion of Houndoom, Nerdy Nido Kings, and the New York Fire Dogs are tied for 7th right now with a win and a 0 differential. And in 10th, the Aussie A-Palms, Chickatimi Shurikens, and the Florida Freedom Fighters, all with an 0-1 record, but 0 differential. It's only a matter of time for them to move up. In 13th, we have the Dirty Dittos and the Super Shuckles with a -1 and a 1-game loss. And 15th, we have the All-American Breedjecks and Darkrise Chosen with -2s. 17th is the Colorado Lycanrocs with a -4, and the Nebraska Ironheads with a -5. As you can see, we got a new way that the playoffs are going to be running this season. We have the top 4 getting bye weeks for the first week. And then after that, we got 8 teams going into the first round of playoffs. So Dirty Dittos, Super Shuckles, Breedjecks, Darkrise Chosen, Lycanrocs, and Ironheads, you guys got to make a push for the playoffs. And next up, we have the Machamp matchups for Week 2. First up, we have Serene Gray Shockwaves taking on the Clearwater Magmars. A new Slowpoke takes on the Colorado Lycanrocs. All-American Breedjecks versus the Nerdy Nido Kings. Chickatimi Shurikens taking on the Darkrise Chosen. San Diego Super Charizards versus the New York Fire Dogs. Mexican Mankeys taking on Dirty Dittos. Super Shuckles taking on Nebraska Ironheads. Legion of Houndoom versus the Philadelphia Pincers. And the Florida Freedom Fighters taking on the Aussie Apoms. We got some great matchups. Can't wait to watch them. And now for your Week 2 outrageous transactions. We had a lot of movement going on for Week 2 and a lot going on for Week 3, but we'll cover those next week. For Week 2, we had the Chicoutimi Shurikens dropping Mamoswine and picking up Roserade. Nerdy Nidokings making some big moves, dropping Charizard, Electivire, and Single Strike Urshifu to pick up Altaria, Jellicent, and B-Sharp. Nebraska Ironheads made some moves too, dropping Lycanroc Dusk Form and Virizion, picking up Tornadus Incarnate and Rotom Mow. Colorado Lycanrocs are dropping Blacephalon and picking up Single Strike Urshifu. And Clearwater Magmars got a couple moves, dropping Tyranitar and Dunsparce and picking up Mamoswine and Clefairy. Legion of Houndoom dropping B-Sharp and picking up Kama'o. And Dirty Dittos dropping Ferrothorn and Heatmore to pick up Electivire and Ludicolo. We got some crazy moves going on. Let's see if it pans out for these teams in the upcoming weeks. Well, this has been a short episode of PokéCenter, but it's only week 1. We will be having interviews. We will be having a list of the top KO Pokemon starting next week. So, hope you all tune in to week 2 recap of PokéCenter. But until then, we will see you on the battlefield.